Okay guys, so I'm going to hit you up with a little bit more training and perspective upon what to expect emotionally when you're trying to get shit done. Now, what everyone thinks is when you start from A to B, it just goes nice in a straight line, nice and swimmingly, and everything goes right and in the right direction, nice and smooth, when you couldn't be further from the truth. Okay, so sometimes it's up, down, up, down, up, down, but the one thing that is consistent is if you keep moving forward, keep attending, keep going to the gym, whether it's small progress or massive progress, you will always get some progress by attending and doing the work. Okay, so not only the scales, think about your measurements, think about your pictures, think about your fitness, think about your confidence, think about your mindset, stress, all that type of shit, diet, everything. But I want to let you into some truths about. I went for a run today. So today I went for a run. So my aim was to run for 60 minutes. 60 minutes on the treadmill. Now, I haven't ran for 60 minutes on the treadmill in a fucking long time. So number one, it was probably a little bit unrealistic to go. So we'll have time across the bottom, and we'll have motivation on the side. I want to let you into some truths about what actually happens. What happened to me today. So you've got 30 minutes halfway, you've got 60 minutes, and we'll have 15 minutes there. I'm just going to talk about what happened 45 minutes there. It might surprise you. So here you've got 10 out of 10, 5 out of 10. We'll have a 7.5, and we'll have a 2.5. Okay, so 10 out of 10 motivation is like fucking being on point. On point, like nothing can stop you. You're fucking ready. You're in the zone. 5 is like, yeah, I'm kind of in the zone. 2.5 is you're in deep shit, and 0 is, well, you're in the hole. You're in the pit. So my aim was to run 60 minutes. So at the start, like any of you, like any journey, initially, I'd say my fucking motivation to start was near off a 10. Near off a 10, like you when you start a diet, or when you join the gym, boot camp, get a trainer, whatever it may be. You don't start unless you've got some type of motivation, and usually for a lot of you that motivation comes from getting away from pain. So whether that pain be overweight, whether it be unhappy with your body, whatever it may be, it's getting away from pain and going closer to pleasure. Okay, so we are highly motivated at the start, and for a lot of us, we don't actually know what's in front of us because we haven't really looked at the work. We don't really know what's required. We've never put our body through what's required, so our body doesn't know how to cope with the sessions, the diets, the getting up in the mornings, the sacrifices you need to make, and all that type of shit. So I started and I was at a 10. Now, up to about the first 15 minutes, I stayed about the same level of motivation. Then all of a sudden, it dawned on me that I was only a quarter of the way through, and I had all of this area. I had another 45 minutes to go. So one of the biggest problems I did was I was looking too far forward. See, a lot of us are guilty of that, is we're looking too far forward instead of just concentrating on today. Like, what can I do today to make myself better than yesterday and get me closer to where I want to be tomorrow? So like me, a lot of people like I said, we look forward and we think about how we predict how we're going to feel. But how can we predict how we're going to feel? We don't know how we're going to feel. But we do it. We do stupid things. I did it today. So all of a sudden, once I started thinking about all the work that needed to be done. So imagine this. Imagine you go to the gym. First 2 weeks you lose £3, but your total target is to lose 3 or 4 stone. You've put all that effort into 2 weeks. You've sort of, in your mind, you thought you were going to lose 7, 8, 9 pound, and you've lost 3, and you think, fucking hell, I've got all that work ahead of me. I'm miles away, and then all of a sudden you quit. Because of the thought of all the work to come, instead of thinking, right, I'm £3 closer to where I want to be, I need to just hit the next pound, then the next pound, then the next pound, not thinking about that big goal, because we need to break it down into little sections. So I was at 15 minutes, so all of a sudden my motivation started to drop. And I'm telling you now, it started to sink. So I was probably at about a 6 at the time. 30 minutes came. Now at this 30 minutes, I could feel a few little aches, pains. I was getting a little bit tired. So already in my head, I was telling myself, and this is what loads of people are guilty of, is I can stop now because 30 minutes is better than nothing. And bear in mind, when I was running this, nobody else was in the gym, so no one would have known. But the difference is, I would have known. I could have gone out of the gym and said, I did a 30-minute workout, 30-minute run, and everyone would have gone, that's well good. But they didn't know, because I didn't tell them. I didn't give out the true reality in the fact that I was aiming for 60 minutes and I only did 30. But we wouldn't tell people that, would we? We wouldn't tell people that. So anyway, so I got to 30 minutes, and honestly, I was like, right, okay, I'm going to stop now. I'm going to stop. Now, this isn't a cliche finish, guys, by the way, and I'm not going to say, and I pulled through and I hit the 60 minutes, because that's not how it ended. But my motivation was low. Because like I said, all I was doing was thinking about the work ahead and how tired I was, and everything was aching. So all I was doing was feeding myself all the negative stuff. I'm tired, it's hard, I've done enough now, it's better than nothing, all this type of low level shit. So I got there. So then what I did, the important thing I did right at this moment, is I then said to myself, right, am I that fucked that I can't do any more? And the answer was no. So what I did was, instead of thinking, I've still got 60 minutes to go, all I thought was, right, I'm going to think, my next target is to get to 35 minutes. So just another 5 minutes. So I got to 35 minutes. And I started feeling a little bit more motivated. Then it was to 40. And again, felt a little bit more motivated. And then I actually ended my run, really motivated, at 45 minutes. So I didn't even hit 60. But what this shows us is this emotional, like, roller coaster trauma of when we do stuff. So what I did is I probably set myself a too big of a target to start off with. Okay, too big. Seems I'd never done it before. But what I proved to myself is I managed to go from 30 to 45. So I managed to do 15 minutes extra when I was in the shit. Because at 30 minutes I wanted to stop. My brain was telling me to stop. I'd had enough. I was tired. But obviously I managed to get another 15 minutes out. Now I didn't get another 30 out. I didn't get to the perfect time that I wanted, but I got another 15 minutes out. Now what that tells me is that it wasn't a body problem, because my body still went from 30 to 45. So it weren't a body problem, because my body kept on going. It was just my mind playing games, thinking about all the hard work ahead, and I was tired, and it was just putting all these negative thoughts into my head, and then they were trying to tell me to stop. When in fact, the reality is that I didn't need to stop, because I carried on for an extra 15 minutes. So what we need to do is, in our journey, is that we need to think about when we hit the pit. When we hit the pit, when we feel like shit, when we don't want to do it, and we feel like we want to stop, we feel like we want to give up, when we've got our motivation and our motivation, when we start strong and it goes down, we need to, like I said, most of us start strong, and all of a sudden there's an event. Like me, there was an event, a thought, a feeling in this moment, and all of a sudden our motivation stops and we're in the pit. And this is where I was at 30 minutes in. So your choice is that you can continue and progress and carry on, and eventually you'll pull yourself out, or you can stop, and then like I said, if it's with your diet, it's with the gym, whatever, and all of a sudden at some point you'll be back at that point right there in another 2-3 months, when you decide you want to join the gym again, want to start again, and then you'll go through the same thing, and then this obstacle needs addressing, whatever it is. And it's usually our mindset, it's our mind playing games, it's us not having belief in ourselves, it's us thinking too far ahead. But if that's every time it happens and you quit on yourself because you think you deserve better results, or you thought it was going to be easier, all you're going to do is in this karmic loop of constantly stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. And like I said, instead of just breaking it down when the going gets tough, instead of just breaking it down like I did with 5 minutes, just did a little bit in 5 minutes, just getting yourself out of bed, doing the work, eating one healthy meal, then it leads to 2. Do one good day, then another good day, then another good day. Don't look too far ahead, guys, because like I said, with everyone, we all go through battles with our head. You're not the only person in the world that struggles when it gets tough. It's natural that when it goes tough, you want to stop, you want to quit. But the problem is when you stop, any progress stops with you. So whether you're attending the gym, whether you're trying to diet, whatever it may be, as soon as you stop, everything stops. And you only started the gym or your diet because you were unhappy with something in the first place. So what you're saying is that I'm content in going back to the way I was, even though I knew I was unhappy, just because I'm not willing to put in the work and do it step by step. And like I said, every journey is going to have speed bumps, and it's your ability to deal with those speed bumps, to deal with those thoughts, feelings and moods and those battles that go in our head, as to whether you're going to be successful or not. Success doesn't always rely upon ability alone. Success is dependent upon really the days when you don't want to train. Can you do it? The days when you don't want to eat healthily, can you do it? The days you don't want to track your food, can you do it? The days you don't want to get out of bed in the morning to go to the gym, can you do it? Because everyone can do stuff when they're motivated. Everyone can do stuff when they're feeling motivated. But what about the days when you're not motivated? Because you cannot rely on motivation, because, like I said, it comes and goes. But if every time you stop feeling motivated, you stop, like I said, it's just saying stop to your any potential results you're getting. So hopefully it gives you a little bit more understanding that even me, I count myself as a high level, high motivated person. I went through a fucking emotional trauma today. Didn't quite hit the big result that I wanted, but I proved to myself that from 30 minutes to 45 that it was my mind telling me to stop. and not my body being absolutely fucked. So I've got a question in my head every time I think that I can't do it. Question myself is that true? Is it true that I can't do any more? Yes or no? And like I said, I could manage another 15 minutes. And that, like I said, that proves to me that most of the time it's just your mind playing tricks on your body.